Hey, this is Deborah Atkinson, the voice for fitness. So your optimal music to play during exercise is probably very different than mine. This video blog is actually prompted by a Facebook post a friend of mine just recently put up there, and she was talking about, go figure, her latest workout, her secret solution was music. That it was suddenly easier for her to work harder and more intense because she played music as she was working out, and a different kind of music maybe than she was used to. I want you to consider a couple of things. I've been a non-iPod user, a non-music listener for 20 years when I was running. So just very recently, in fact, probably the last 5 or 6, I was gifted an iPod, so I began to use it. And soon I became almost addicted to it. So I'd go and find it, and if it wasn't charged up when I wanted to go out the door, it's like I couldn't go. I once was 3 miles from home. The battery on my iPod stopped. It just quit. It was dead. It was done. I stopped running and walked the entire rest of the way back, and realized at that moment I was addicted to it for motivation. So no longer did I have an internal or an intrinsic motivation for running, but I had an extrinsic motivator, and I was attached to it. So I want you to think about whether that's good, bad, or ugly, and whether you care whether it is or not. But I also want you to think about the style of music and why you might choose it. So there is truth to the fact. You may want, if you want to do some interval training and you want to have some bouts where you're really going fast, or you're walking hard up a hill, or you're using more resistance, you may want a thumping, pounding, bigger bass beat that's more rapid. And then again, you may not. So if you play faster music and you are sitting right where you are, maybe to watch this video today, your heart rate will go up slightly. If we had a room full of 100 people, the same would happen to more people than not. Their heart rate, their blood pressure would go up slightly. It's like watching a scary movie. Same effect. If we played something more relaxing, more melodic, like a yoga music or mind-body class type of music, our heart rates would go down, and likewise our blood pressure would go down. Think about that combination while you're exercising. So I have played with this idea myself, and most recently I play music. In fact, I have a song or several songs, but I play them in a loop over and over, and I play them so much that it's almost as if I don't hear them. And it's more of a ritual and a routine that lets me have some white noise in the music back here, and I am lost in my thought again. And really it's very similar to how I used to run 20 years ago, but I can't seem to do as much anymore with traffic and voices and so much more going on around me. That may be a factor of age, it may be a factor of just we have so much information coming at us all the time that more stimulus is not good. So a little white noise here with songs that are familiar but fluid. So I choose some slower songs, and I may work hard, I may do intervals, or I may go longer and steadier. But what happens, my perception of exertion during runs that I use slower music is much lower than when I use fast music. Now, the distance that I cover could be exactly the same during the same amount of time. So I'm not actually working harder, but the perception is different. So I'm going to suggest play with your music a little bit. See how it affects your heart rate. And although the tendency may be to go, I want to go fast, I want to get fast music. Try going fast, or same speed you're usually going to go, with slower music, so that you work more efficiently, as opposed to just elevate your heart rate and your blood pressure, not necessarily because of the work, but because